Yay, the kids are finally asleep.
So do you feel like...
Playing a game?
I've got a feeling a boss fight's coming up.
Ooh, I just got wrecked.
Headshot, baby.
Ooh, it's your turn to get the baby.
So are you up to the challenge?
Run, 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 run.
And we're dead.
That's when I realized I have no idea what I'm doing.
GG.
Welcome back to another episode of the Gamer Parents Podcast. My name is Joanne and I'm joined by my gamer partner in crime, husband of the year, Kevin.
Yo, and husband of the year, sure. I don't know about that.
This is episode number 45 and it's the week after Thanksgiving. I am still in a food coma right now. I feel like I still need to keep on wearing those elastic pants that are comfy.
So much good food this week.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like when I step on the scale, it says, get off.
Or it breaks.
Yeah.
No fat shaming, not fat shaming. It's all in good fun. Plus, Thanksgiving this year was different than the regular years that we've been doing it. Normally, we'd be like doing some traditional family cooking, turkey and green bean casserole, mashed potatoes. What else?
I guess all the traditional stuff when you think of Thanksgiving. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes,
stuffing, rolls, your
green bean
favorite
casserole,
rolls.
pies,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Yeah.
This year was different. Go ahead and tell them about it.
This year was different. Why? Because of DreamHack. I guess we were still kind of like tired after our travel.
Plus, we got back 3 days before Thanksgiving, and I feel like that's around the time you have to start preparing stuff between getting all the food ready, and I mean literally cooking the turkey takes almost a whole day, so there's a lot of time and prep that goes into it. If you've done all this before, you know what I'm talking about.
And not to mention all the unpacking from DreamHack and stuff like that. So we decided to do it a little bit different this year. We went out for a Thanksgiving dinner as a family. Where did we go to, Kevin? Want to share?
Forget the name of the place, but it was a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
Which is cool because Thanksgiving's really all about that turkey, right?
Yep.
You can't deny that. And this place will usually have turkey as well that they'll offer. So we've been there before on Thanksgiving, but it had been a while.
Yeah, and guess what? That was my first Thanksgiving with Kevin when we first went there.
That's right. We had Thanksgiving together when we had been dating for maybe a month.
A month.
Which is probably pretty brave for her to even want to have a holiday dinner with me.
And your family.
Yeah, yep. And your mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all had Thanksgiving together when we didn't really know each other all that well yet.
Yeah,
but it was at this place. It was a lot of fun. It was still a great time, and we got to go back again this time with our two kids.
Yep.
So add a few extra bodies in there. Definitely more chaotic
and still special,
less civilized,
but
special. Still just as special.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like meet the parents. When it was our first Thanksgiving there. First time meeting his parents, his first time meeting my mom, our first time for a family get together. Oh yeah. I don't even remember the food that I was eating or the drink I was drinking that day. It was all a blur. I think I enjoyed this Thanksgiving more only because it's not so nervous and we have kids and everything now. We're a family now. So
yeah, we all know each other way better now than we did.
Yes.
5, 6, I guess it would have been 6 years ago.
Yeah, that was 6 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Wow. Time flies, people.
It does. So that was what we did for Thanksgiving. And then the day after Thanksgiving, we have Friendsgiving with our friends and more food, right?
This seemed like, for the most part, it was everyone's leftovers and or store-bought food we brought over. And everything was still really good. We went over to a friend's house.
Yeah.
Which made it way easier on us because we don't have all of the cleanup. Especially when you're going to decide whether you're going to go to somebody else's house or they're going to come to your house. When everybody has kids, it really changes things because kids do not leave the room the way that they found it. Right? Adults come over, they'll be respectful, they'll They're not going to climb all over your couch with their shoes on, or knock stuff over, or dump buckets of toys out all over the place. But kids will definitely do all of those things.
Yeah.
So they don't leave it in the same condition as when they get there.
We tried our best to clean up after the kids, though.
We do, but like we're still gonna miss some stuff, and there's still gonna be stuff everywhere from even other people's kids. And when you get 6 kids, 4 and under, all together in one place, they like basically transform together in like a giant hurricane of destruction.
Yes, it was.
But it was fun. It was a good time still. We definitely enjoyed the adult company, and it's fun with your own kids, but like it's okay to like mix it up every once in a while, and like get to see them play with other kids. Yeah, we had a few kids get hurt, right? Not badly. Not badly, but like when they're with each other, someone gets hit with something over the top of the head or something.
Yeah, horsing around, that happens.
Yeah.
And so back to back big dinners, definitely still feel like we're in a food coma.
Yep. So we hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you are someone who celebrates Thanksgiving, if not, then hopefully it was a great Thursday for you. And then we had Friendsgiving, which we talked about. And I guess that brings us to Black Friday.
Yeah. It was the same day that we had our Friendsgiving. It was Black Friday, and I guess we were busy online shopping. I mean, before we had kids, we enjoyed going in store and like.
Yeah, I could not imagine taking my kids
right now
in store Black Friday shopping.
Yeah,
that would be insane. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, we probably lost them. Like, don't know where they go.
Yeah, I already lose you when you and I go together in those places.
Yeah.
Especially like Best Buy gets super crazy. Walmart gets super crazy. I feel like Walmart does it better because like they totally change up how they do the store, and like you have to move like a certain direction, and like they do it better. It seems like Best Buy was just like complete mayhem.
I agree.
But the deals are also amazing. And then it's like, oh wait, we could do this online and like not deal with the crowd? Thousands of people.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know. As long as you're okay with having it shipped to you, hopefully you get free shipping. But yeah, that kind of seems like the way to do it, and that's how we did it this year.
Yep. Do you snag anything interesting?
I sure did.
Care to share?
Yeah. So this wasn't actually part of a Black Friday sale, but I mean, at least it wasn't advertised that way. But we bought a PlayStation 5. Compared to what I've seen, it was a really good price. So hey, maybe that makes it qualify for a Black Friday sale. But yeah, it was the God of War bundle. So it had God of War Ragnarok as well as the PS5.
Yes.
So 2 things that I wanted, especially together. I couldn't really think of like a better bundle to get, and it was available. Walmart had it. And it was at pretty much like retail price, like $550, $560, something like that.
Yeah, that's like the lowest price I've ever seen.
That's the lowest I've ever seen it. Most are at least $700 plus just for the console.
Exactly.
And this was far cheaper than that, and it was a bundle. So
and it's not secondhand, right?
No, yeah, it's not secondhand or anything like that. Like this was like basically like retail price, like MSRP, like what everyone was expecting to pay. These are like the advertised prices when things come out, and then we just couldn't really find them like at this level for so long. So I mean, I saw that was available, and I jumped up and snagged it. Like I didn't even talk to you first. Like normally we talk to each other before making big purchases, but
really?
Like we knew. I mean, I kind of knew like we would get one at some point. I think we agreed that.
You did tell me after that,
but it was afterwards. Like it was kind of early in the morning. I saw the notification, and so I did that while you were still sleeping.
You pulled the trigger,
and then I was like, you know what? I think she's gonna be cool with this. She'll probably be happy, and I'll just tell her later.
He told me later, and I was like, please say you got it, right? You got it. And then he was like, yes, I did. Oh, thank God.
I had no idea how long it was going to last because I have gone through way too many times of getting that darn PS5 in your shopping cart. And then you go to check out and then it's like, this item is no longer available. Sorry. You're out of luck.
Yeah.
And then someone's over there ordering like 100 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like a weight off my shoulders that we finally have a PlayStation 5. So
So
I'm
how long did we
excited about
wait
that.
for it? Remind me again.
Huh?
How long did we wait for it? Like when did it come out? Like
Well,
2020?
2020. I think like October or November 2020.
Okay, so we
So
waited
yeah,
almost
it's been like 2 years.
2 years.
And I've been like off and on checking like when they're available. I mean, I have like the browser favorited for like all these places where you can find the PS5 just so I can like check
Yeah.
every once in a while and
Yes.
quick access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. You deserve it after 2 years.
I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Finally,
we may be late bloomers, but we're
and another thing with
playing
that,
it
since
now.
we haven't had a current gen console really until now, and I'm not really counting the Switch, but now that we have a PS5,
Woohoo.
since we didn't before,
Yeah.
I was always holding off on getting some of the newer games that came out, at least since the PS5 was released, because I felt like, oh, I'll just wait until I get a PS5 and then I'll play it on the PS5. 1 year later, oh, I'll just keep waiting for the PS5. Okay, 2 years later, and now we finally get one. And so I'm like, all right, well, now I have like 2 years worth of gaming to catch up on for the PlayStation. So with that, the timing was really good because it's now Black Friday here.
Yeah.
And was able to get a good deal on a few games. So I picked up 5 PlayStation games, which, to be honest, will probably keep me busy for a very, very long time.
Yes.
But those 5 games that I got, so obviously God of War comes with the bundle, so that's already included. I'm not really counting that one.
Yeah.
But I also got Elden Ring, of course.
Finally.
So like that's a must get. Plus it was on sale. I think it was like $35 for Black Friday, which was
good deal.
Pretty amazing. I also got Horizon Forbidden West, and I picked up Sonic Frontiers, Returnal, and Far Cry 6.
Woohoo!
So anyone who's listening, if you do me a favor, somehow reach out to me and let me know which one of these I need to start first.
God of War.
I think I'm going to start with God of War just because it's the most recent, and I really loved 2018 God of War.
Yep.
And I've been watching people stream it, and like I'm trying not to, but these are people that I want to like support and like watch their streams and watch them playing it. True. But then I also at the same time like don't want to ruin anything for myself. So I feel like the faster I just like get in there and play it myself, then I'm not going to end up like ruin anything.
Yeah, like Elden Ring has been out for a while already, so you don't really have to worry
everyone's
about
in the
spoilers.
God of War right now.
Yeah, so let's just start with God of War.
After that, I need to know what game I should play. Should that be Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West, Sonic Frontiers, Returnal, or Far Cry 6? So
I think
those are my options.
I think Sonic Frontiers would be fun to play like in between those games. And it's not, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Why do you think that?
Because it's Sonic.
Because it's Sonic. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably one of the ones that I'm not as excited for. Like, I'm not like a huge Sonic fan. I just think it would be cool to like run fast and, have a huge open space to like run around in. And I don't know. I'll it's worth trying, but I don't know if I'm going to fall in love with it.
I think our kid would love it. He likes Sonic.
Yeah, that's like the one on the list that I could probably play with our kids.
Exactly. But yeah, that was Black Friday, and because of that, because we have bought the PS5, we've decided to buy a TV.
So that we can continue to further deck out our game room /office /playground. Thank you. And, obviously we have our main TV where we have the PS4 set up, but we didn't want to just like remove that. Like we still want a spot where we can play the PS4 out there for Netflix or movies or whatever. So we're like, all right, it would be cool if we had the PS5 in the game room, with our computers and stuff. So yeah, we picked up another Black Friday sale.
Yes.
I know it seems like we're saving all this money, but we're at the same time spending a lot of money. So
we're hoping to be able to stream the PS5 games as well. That's why we wanted to put it in the game room. So that
I want to be able to stream anything. So we're gonna have a TV up in here too, so that we can both PC or console game.
Yes,
we are gonna have it all.
So that leads to us moving some stuff around in the game room today.
Ooh.
And it's really hard because I have like a design in mind interior design. I am a big fan of Setup Wars. So
yeah, it's a YouTube channel, right? So
yes.
if you like what we're about to talk about, go check out Setup Wars on YouTube. It's pretty cool stuff. We're nowhere near that, but hey, hashtag goals.
Yeah, it's hashtag goals. We're slowly and surely building there. I know we will win one day, or at least get featured in it one day.
We can submit our room. I don't know if we'll get picked or shown,
Or
but at least at
featured.
this point. But we just, one step at a time, baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps. Not now, but future. We still have to add like floating shelves and more nano leaves or more.
Yeah, we've been
neon
working on this
signs.
room for what, 2 years?
Yes. I think we started right before COVID, so it was like 2020, end of 2019, early of 2020 when we started with the nano leaves, and then slowly with the
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while we just add more stuff
table
to it.
and shelves.
Yeah, and along with all of those changes and us adding more things to the room, of course, we sometimes find ourselves in a position where we need to restructure,
Yes.
right? So we basically have decided that we needed to move our entire PC setup, like 1.5 feet to the right,
Yep.
which sounds easy, but when you have 2 desks, 2 computers, 4 monitors, 2 mics,
2 key lights.
2 cameras, 2 key lights, and then you also have a shelf in between us with a whole bunch of stuff, router, modem, the works, speakers, everything that we use to do what we do. All that has to be moved. There are wires, countless wires.
Yes, and speaking of wires, during Black Friday, I bought the cable management rack.
I am so bad at cable management.
Yes,
I don't understand. Like, if you go to Setup Wars and you see these people do, I think they just unplug everything, before they take their pictures, and then everything's just wireless, or
everything look wireless in there.
They find really good and unique ways to hide all
the
of
wires,
cables.
Yeah, definitely. I think they actually drill through their table, which we're not going to do. But
but I always like to unplug stuff or move stuff or switch stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how you do that, Kevin.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how they make the cables disappear because we have tons of them.
Yes, so I got this rack and a lot of little things that I could hide the cables with. So I'm hoping to do that after we install stuff, and then Kevin can't get to them anymore, the cables.
Yep. I'll just plug stuff in and make sure it works, and Joanne makes it look pretty.
It's all about the aesthetics for me.
But anyways, setup and any kind of reorganization is definitely a pain in the butt.
Yeah, but we'll definitely share it on Instagram once it's all done and prettied up.
And hopefully Twitter. We can put it over there too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about our Twitter friends.
That's true. Can't forget about them. So yeah, that's about our week. How was your week in gaming?
My week in gaming, I'm still playing a lot of Marvel Snap. I haven't really made many new decks, but I've picked up some crucial cards for some ones that I was already using, so I feel like it made those decks even stronger. And some of those cards have been really fun. So I'm still playing a lot of that. I feel like when we were away for DreamHack, surprisingly, being away from the kids, you'd probably think, oh, I probably got in more gaming, right? Or at least mobile gaming. But no, I didn't even. I fell behind on both Marvel Snap and Hearthstone. So I feel like when we got back, I had a bunch just to catch up on. So I feel like I played it a lot the last few days. And then as far as console gaming, there's been none because we haven't set up the PS5 yet.
Yeah.
Sad face. But we're getting there.
Yep.
We're close. And then as far as PC gaming, obviously it's been Marvel Avengers, which is going to be the game of the week this week that we are going to review later. So I will save the discussion for that. Let's table that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I have been playing
Pokemon
Arceus.
Yep.
That's one I currently I'm playing it everywhere because it's Switch, but I currently have it docked in our bedroom. We have a pretty small TV in there, and I just sit right in front of it and play Arceus for an hour before going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did that the last couple of nights, and then I feel like that's a really chill, easy game to calm down on because nothing's that crucial or threatening, especially when you come off of a game like Warzone.
Yeah.
Speaking of Warzone, another game that I've been playing this last week or so, which I had really wanted to get into. I hardly got to play it before we went to DreamHack, and then the last couple of days I got to play a little bit more of that with friends. So did some quads and had some fun games. I'm definitely enjoying it. I like it a lot more than Warzone 1, mostly because I'm enjoying this map that they have a lot better than the last map, Caldera. So far, 2 big thumbs up for Warzone 2. I did have it crash on me once, which kind of worries me. Hopefully that doesn't happen too often. Hopefully that was just a fluke. But yeah, I'm liking it.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
I'm trying to think. We did play a little bit of Among Us on stream.
Oh yes, we had a surprise stream.
One night though. Yeah, that was our surprise stream. So last Tuesday we streamed Marvel Avengers, and then the next day we were like, "Yay, hey, let's stream again." I don't know why. Like, why did we even?
I guess we were looking at Among Us and talking about Among Us, and then we suddenly had an impulsive desire to play Among Us.
Yeah, it was a completely unplanned stream, so it was a Wednesday night instead of Tuesday. So I feel like we might be doing that more often, like finding other days to stream a little bit more, so it's more than just once a week. Yeah, I think we enjoy it, and
I mean, we commit to the Tuesday ones, but the surprise streams would suddenly come out, and we would probably tweet about it an hour before we stream. Right?
An hour? No, like 10 minutes maybe.
Okay, fine.
That's the last surprise stream was like, you were like, all right, do you want to stream in 5 minutes? And I was like, well, let's at least do a 10-minute notification.
Okay.
And plus to get ready for the streams.
Yeah, but that's me. I'm very impulsive. So.
How about you for your weekend gaming?
For me, this week I haven't been gaming much. After we got back from DreamHack, I think I was super exhausted, just getting into the routine of having both kids again and doing chores and unpacking, and then it's Thanksgiving. So, I mean, I know we're not cooking for Thanksgiving or what, but it's still, you're preparing yourself physically, emotionally, mentally for it. So, yeah, I think I've only played Evil and Among Us with you, and of course Marvel's Avengers. So that was the 3 games I played. I mean, I'm excluding the ones that we played at the DreamHack trip, because we already mentioned that in our previous podcast.
But if you like Marvel Avengers, you should really check out that Marvel Snap.
I will.
It'll get you.
And a few times I tried to start Genshin Impact. I have it downloaded.
Ask you about
I have it downloaded on my phone.
Downloaded it.
Yes.
And then I haven't heard you talk about it. So yeah, you haven't played it yet?
No, I was about to play it that day and I fell asleep. Before it was still on its loading screen and I fell asleep.
Ooh, must be a long loading screen.
No.
Or you were very tired.
I was just super tired.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. #MomLive. But yeah, let's go and move on to the new game releases, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, for sure. So new game releases this last week. The gaming industry kept it incredibly light for everybody. In respect to the Thanksgiving holiday.
Definitely.
And Black Friday. But as far as new game releases this last week, we have Evil West coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We have Gungrave Gore on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Just Dance 2023 on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. And Ship of Fools on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, and PC. Any of those sound interesting to you? Maybe Just Dance?
No, I cannot dance for the life of me.
Is that supposed to be like DDR or something?
I have no idea.
Just Dance.
I know, that was a song that came into my head too. I wonder if Lady Gaga had anything to do with it.
Is that a Lady Gaga song? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
It's stuck in my head now. So I did get to see a little bit of Evil West. I got to catch someone streaming it for a few minutes, and it looked really good. It was a Wild West / zombie undead type of world, and I feel like it kind of worked a little bit, at least from what I saw. It looked fun, it looked cool. So that's one where I'm definitely going to keep an eye on if I see a good deal on that one.
Oh, All right.
How about Game Pass games this week?
Sure. For Game Pass games this week, Battlefield 2042 on console, and Gungrave Gore, which is
day one release.
Day one release.
We might have to check that out. I don't think that one was on my radar at all.
On console, PC, and cloud.
Okay.
So Battlefield 2042, even though it says it's on console, I do see it on our Game Pass. It says it's an EA game. It says it's installable, so I'm not sure.
Well, maybe it's available on console and PC then, because we don't have an Xbox. We just have the PC Game Pass.
It's a first-person shooter game, and
Battlefield 2042. Everybody knows the Battlefield games.
Yes.
And normally I would be really excited, and we have Game Pass, so if a free Battlefield game came to me, that would normally be very exciting to me. I would normally love that. Yeah. And I would definitely be playing it. I mean, I have paid to play a lot of the Battlefield games, as we own quite a few of them.
Yes, we do.
But this one just did not come out of the gates very well.
Really?
And I feel like it's always kind of been a little bit behind Call of Duty to me.
You can't compare, but I guess you can't help it.
I mean, they were different for me, but then I feel like Call of Duty added, Ground War, and they added Warzone, the Battle Royale. And I feel like that kind of took away anything that I liked out of Battlefield. And then plus, I just don't think they've made the games as well anymore. So, I mean, and I never played this one in particular, but I know the reviews were not very good.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know. I still don't think I'll probably won't even bother installing it at this point, but I don't know. We'll see. It's on Game Pass now, so.
Yeah, but that is it. And I still have to try installing and playing Lapine. That was last week's game. Yeah, it's helping rabbits to explore the world and find a new home.
Oh, that totally sounds like it's right up your alley. You love rabbits.
I love rabbits. I can't wait to get
you have
a rabbit.
Borderline unhealthy obsession with rabbits.
I do. Not to eat them, but to love on them.
Of course.
Just so you know.
Just to clarify.
Yes.
You're not Golem.
But yeah, that's all the new game releases for this week. And shall we head on to our review for Marvel's Avengers without further ado?
Let's do it. All right, Marvel's Avengers, right?
Yes.
Which we had to figure that out beforehand because I had it wrong this whole time. I thought it was Marvel Avengers, but it's Marvel's Avengers.
You're just used to Marvel snaps, that's all.
True. Why isn't it like Marvel's Snap? I'm going to email in that question. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, everybody. Anyways, 5 categories. Let's run through them, shall we? Sure. First category: convenience. How convenient is it to play the game? I'll elaborate. Especially as a parent or someone who may need to jump off and tend to the kids. Is it possible? Is it easy to AFK? Are the stints of action, shorter so that you can take breaks, when you need to, and all of that. So that's kind of what we mean by convenience, those things. And I am giving it a convenience rating of 5.
Oh, how come? It was pretty convenient to me.
I mean, not possible, I don't believe. I don't think we try. We need to try this more. We just get lucky and our kids sleep through the night and we don't need to interrupt our gaming time, so we don't really put the convenience to the test that well, but I'm pretty sure it was online and you're with the party, so
in a party it's not possible.
Pretty sure you can't pause it. Pausing is not possible.
That's funny.
Why else? Also the missions were relatively short, so I mean you're not dedicated to the super long mission, and if you don't complete it then you lose all your rewards or something like that. And I didn't notice any missions at least that had a time limit.
No, but we did fail one mission.
How did we? Oh, because we
all died.
Yeah, it was some kind of zone control event thing, and we just weren't really paying attention. That's the only reason. I mean, you can't AFK in something like that because you're probably going to end up failing the mission because of that. But I feel like there was a lot of points where you could probably just walk away and the enemies aren't really going to do anything. They're just going to stay where they are and wait for you to come back. So that's it for me on convenience. Did you have any different thoughts?
Yeah, I do. I give it like a 7 actually on convenience.
Okay.
I mean, I know we can't really pause it being a multiplayer online thing, but to be fair, the missions are not so long. Like if you know you have to stop it or you got lost at some point and it's not that penalizing. Yeah, so all I can say is like one mission probably take about 5 minutes, maybe 10 the most, but
yeah, they were really short. Some missions were way shorter than others. Yeah. But for the most part, I feel like 10-ish minutes.
Yeah, and
maybe
if
less
you
for some.
Yeah, and if you fail the mission, you can choose to restart it. Like it doesn't really make you lose your rewards and stuff like that. So I would say a 7 from me.
That's fair. Next category is on communication. Now, I felt like the game wasn't really that difficult or to a point where we really needed to communicate, what we were doing or what we were seeing.
Yep.
To each other to like help us get through anything.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like I'm beating people up, you're beating people up. Sometimes we were beating the same person up, and that's fun too.
Yeah.
But I guess really the only things were like if we would find chests, we would call it out to each other so that the other one could go collect it.
Kevin's really good at that.
Yeah, I have like a sensor for any kind of treasure or chests. Like I'll seek it out. Like I'll find it. I am not going to let.
That's why he found me.
Woo. I did. I found you.
Cheesy.
I'm a diamond in the rough. So I mean, the communication was more around like, I did this cool ability or move or stuff like that. So I mean, it wasn't really like strategy or strategizing communication or something like that.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll ask for your help.
Sometimes not. I don't really remember much of that in this game. Like other games, yes.
Well, I think
this one, like
the NPC, they would come to my help before you.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Well, I'm usually going around doing the objectives, like what we're supposed to do to beat the mission. But yeah, so I guess the other thing we didn't really explain but it's a party of 4, and whoever you don't have a player, then therefore you get to play with an NPC. So we had 2 NPC heroes joining us each mission.
Yeah.
And another thing with this game, you get to pick who you want to play as. And there's quite a few playable characters, right? You have Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel. I'm missing one more, but I forget her name.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. It was someone that I didn't know. Like
it was like a Thor, but a woman, right? Is that who you're thinking of?
Okay, well that's one too, right? But then there was a different one, like a girl that had like a gun or something. It wasn't Black Widow.
Okay. Anyways.
But, yeah. Anywho, a lot of characters that you can play. Did I say Black Panther?
Oh yeah, there was a Black Panther too.
Yeah, you play as Black Panther too. So a lot of different characters that you could play as. They kind of have you starting off like with the tutorial and everything as Iron Man. So and plus Iron Man's amazing and really cool.
Yeah, I love Iron Man.
I kind of wanted to play Iron Man anyways. But Joanne was playing as Iron Man, and I wanted to play as someone different, just to we kind of experience more than one character. So for the most part, I was playing all as Thor.
Yeah.
So we got to play as 2 completely different characters who can really do a lot of completely different things and different kinds and styles of attacks. But yeah, just keeping that in mind for the rest of the discussion.
So what's your score for the communication?
What did you give it?
I haven't yet. I was waiting on you first.
I get to go first. Okay. Yeah. Darn it. I thought I could get you with that. Okay, for communication, I gave it a 7.
Oh, wow. What? Really? I gave it a 5.
5? Yeah,
like you said, it wasn't needed.
But, yeah, I feel like there was a lot of times where I was like, oh, check out this cool attack. Like, I can do this crazy thing.
Yeah.
Right? And, I'd want to show you, because I want you to see, what we can do in the game.
Yeah.
And as Thor, I could do completely different things than Iron Man, right? Iron Man, you can shoot your energy blasters and fly around and do all kinds of crazy stuff.
I can be that giant robot.
Yeah, I would and you could turn into the Hulk Buster. And as Thor, I could throw, Mjolnir, and they could pin somebody to the wall and then be stuck there flailing around, and that's completely different than anything you can do, but still just as cool. So Yeah, I would always like. There was a lot of that of like, whoa, look at this type of moments.
Thor is super dramatic. Just to use the elevator, he had to like raise his hammer and have lightning.
Upon the powers
I know.
of lightning.
And Iron Man, me, when I just use the elevator, I'm just there to press some buttons. I know it's boring, but it's practical.
Yeah, I mean, you would think if you activate the elevator, you push a button or two, and then it works. But then Thor like channels all of his lightning when he's like pushing the button, as if it should make a difference or something. I don't know. It's really funny. I don't know why they did that way or threw that in there, but that is going to be an inside joke around here for a long time.
Yeah. All right. Next category.
Next category is story. What did you think on the story?
I didn't really follow the whole story, but I know there's a story based on the missions, which I'm obviously not paying attention to. But yeah, I would give the story 5.
Okay, that's fair. And I mean, obviously, we didn't beat the entire game, so we're probably missing some stuff. It didn't seem like there was a ton of story like between the missions. There was some at the beginning. As you're talking with different characters from the story, which I skipped a little bit of that, but I wasn't really that drawn into it either. So
I know.
I'm giving the story a 4.
Okay, close enough.
So somewhat average, a little under. So I think they probably could have done better, but like just the getting in and destroying stuff, and that the action part of it's really cool. So that's what got me playing it in the first place, anyways. Next, repeatability.
I'd say it's pretty repeatable, especially like as we level up and our skill sets increase.
Yeah, you get like skill points so you can add to like different combos or let your hero do different things.
That was pretty cool.
Power up your special abilities to make them stronger. There's a lot of different ways that you could use those skill points to improve.
Yep, and the armor comes like you keep picking up new gear.
So like different armor pieces that you can equip, and they have different item level, whatever you want to call it. And there were some other things that you get, but like what I really liked about this game is they had a button that said
equip best gear.
Yeah, equip best gear, something like that. Like that, every game needs this, where you can just hit the button and the game will automatically equip to you all of the best stuff.
See, that's convenience right there, Kevin.
It's like, I don't know if I want this, attack speed or crit or damage. What's going to be best? What's going to end up with the best damage output? Like, no, I don't want to do any of the thinking and calculating and crunching the numbers. Like, I want to hit a button and have it do that for me. So,
yep.
And even if it's not optimized perfectly, like as long as it somewhat gets me there, that's good enough for me. I am happy. So I really like that. I didn't know that button was there at first. Yeah. So I was like trying to figure it out, and I was like, all right, this is the same level as this. This seems a little bit more useful than this one. This one seems kind of like it's garbage. And then I was like, oh wait, there's this button here. Just click.
Boom, voila.
And I was done. And like, after each mission, I would just hit that button.
Yep, same here. Thank
so
goodness for buttons.
I really enjoyed that part, that they have that.
So do you want to change your convenience to higher?
No.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
That's kind of convenient, but not like towards our perspective.
I know. I'm just
kidding. But on repeatability, also, you can switch between the characters whenever you want.
Yes.
And it keeps track of what level you were with each character. So I feel like you could kind of focus on like maybe 1, maybe 2 characters, get them a higher level, and then you can switch to a different character, and you go back and do the same missions, or I don't know how many missions there are exactly in the game, but you could keep playing them as different characters and level up those different characters, which makes the game feel kind of refreshed and pretty repeatable. Yep.
So I'm giving it a repeatability of 8. What about you?
I am giving it a 9 on repeatability, just because they have so many characters, and I don't know what the max level is. I know we didn't get there, but I feel like it would take a while to hit a high level with all of the different characters. So like there's a lot. You're not going to really run out of things to do with this one, at least that quickly. So I think it's very repeatable, and I think it's really fun to play with friends.
Yep, it is.
Especially if you're diving into it together for the first time.
Yeah. And the controls are not that hard too, so.
Yeah, I mean, considering all the things you could do, I feel like at the beginning you were kind of treating it as like a Street Fighter, where you just like mash every button together and see what your character does or what happens.
I'm still doing that, but
You're still
yeah.
doing that, yeah. I noticed like in the tutorial, like Joanne was like an above average tutorial player because she was just like pushing all of the buttons, and Iron Man was like doing these weird, crazy moves and just destroying everybody. I was like, wait, how did you do? What buttons did you press to do this?
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know how I did that. I just did it. I'm like, okay, like I have to learn all this stuff and figure it out. Maybe I just need to be smashing my keyboard.
And best is like, as we keep increasing our skill points and I add more combos to it, it's like I suddenly find a new thing that I do by just smashing more buttons. So
yeah, and this is not the first time in a game where it'd be like, hey, how did you do this move? And you're like, I don't know, I can't repeat it.
Exactly.
You just go through the rotation of all these different buttons.
I know.
And it happens.
Yes.
Anyways, it was fun. So we finished repeatability. Last category, though, is fun.
Yeah, you just said it was fun.
It was fun, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how fun?
I would give it 8.
An 8 on the fun scale. Okay. Any more context to that?
Yes. Well, part of it is because of how high the repeatability is and how you can explore a lot of other characters, which I haven't done. I know you like to do that. I'm still learning my Iron Man skills, but I feel like it's also fun because like the levels keep increasing. I mean, not just your own level, but like the in-game levels, like then you get to explore. Yeah, like the difficulty level increases and then you get to explore other missions that you once couldn't do. And like, remember how we unlocked the Wakanda part? So I think like it just like keeps you going. I know I don't like how the maps look similar and the labs look similar in a lot of the missions, but
yeah, I feel like the first like 5 missions or so were like all utilize like the same areas.
Yeah,
it's kind of just like in a different order, or like a couple of the missions was like, all right, you go into this building and do this. I'm like, okay, done. And then the next mission it was like, all right, go back into the same building and do something different. And then like it felt like a lot of the same rooms and stuff. So that was little repeated.
Yeah, but I think like the fun level for this game reminds me of like the fighter games that we played at DreamHack, like the Rushdown Revolt game. How like from time to time you just want to go play it and then like take a break and then go play it again. It's something that you wouldn't get bored of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. I am also giving it a fun rating of 8.
Woohoo!
And I think that's because, at least of the characters that I played so far, Iron Man and Thor, I feel like they were very different from each other. And I think the other characters are probably going to be just the same way.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kind of mixes up the fun, makes it funner, longer.
Longer.
I did feel a little bit of pressure to stick with the same character because, especially when I'm playing with you, and you're gonna keep playing as Iron Man. Like I don't want to switch characters and start at this level 1 when you're like level 30, right? Like I felt like that would like completely throw us off. Like I wouldn't be able to carry us anymore if I'm only level 1. You can't do that.
I've been carrying us too. Whoa.
Yeah. So I like wanted to try out other characters, but like was hesitant to do that. But I think if I went back, if we were to play it more, I would, like, hey, let's both pick a new character just to try them out and see
That's true.
how fun they are.
I want to be the Hulk. I like the Hulk.
Yeah, Hulk would be cool. Black Panther.
Yes, Black Panther.
Yeah.
What's our total?
So the fun is good on this one. Totals. The total for mine is a 33. Yours is also a 33.
Woohoo! Not bad.
Surprisingly, yeah, we came out to be the exact same. We differed a little bit here and there on the different categories, but total was about the same. I feel like that's probably about right.
Yeah.
The 33 kind of
anything above 30 is good. So
I feel like most of our games come out to be like between a 30 and a 35, right?
True. Unless it's like super good game.
Yeah,
like
I mean, if it's really good, it'll be above that, and if it's bad, it'll be below that. Like
no, if it's bad, we just like won't rate it.
True, we've done that.
Like the Secret Neighbor. Oh.
Yeah, that was the last one that we were like, no way, never playing this again. Uninstall.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up our game review of Marvel Avengers.
Marvel's
Avengers. Thank you. I need to get the names of these games right. Gosh darn it. So episode 45 is in the books, but before we let you go, just a few reminders. We just about always guarantee a stream every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you didn't know, those are now over on our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/gamerparentspod. Sometimes we'll have a surprise stream, but don't worry, you will know 10 minutes in advance if you're following us on Twitter at twitter.com/gamerparentspod.
Yes.
You can also check out our YouTube channel. We have the podcast episodes over there, as well as a lot of our various streaming videos. I want to add some other stuff over there at some point, but for now, that's pretty much all there is over there. You can also check us out on Instagram at gamer_parents_podcast.
Yes.
You could give us a like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is, wherever it is, that would be extremely appreciated. Best place to hang out with us would be in our Discord channel. The link for that is in the podcast episode description or in the YouTube video description if you're listening over there. But that is all that we have for you this time.
We will catch you on the next one.
Bye.